Have you ever noticed? HAG. No matter how much money you get, it just disappears? Today, we're breaking down the 10 basic financial concepts, rules that most adults still don't understand.
Have you ever noticed, no matter how much money you get, it just disappears? Today, we're breaking down the 10 basic financial concepts. Every paycheck you get, the government already took a cut. Did you notice? Taxes are mandatory payments collected by the government to fund public services like roads, schools, hospitals, and more. There are different types: income tax on what you earn, sales tax on what you buy, and property tax on what you own. You can't avoid taxes, but the more you understand them, the more you can legally minimize what you owe. Check your last paycheck. How much went to taxes? Banks. You think banks are keeping your money safe, but here's what they're really doing with it. Banks are financial institutions where people store money, but banks don't just keep your cash in a vault. They lend it out to other people and businesses at a higher interest rate. In return, they offer you a small interest rate on your deposits. It's a business model, not a charity. Knowing this helps you decide where and how to store your money strategically. Ask yourself, is my savings account actually growing, or is it just sitting there? Interest. Interest can either make you rich or trap you in debt forever. Which side are you on? Interest is the cost of borrowing money, or the reward for saving it. If you borrow $1,000 at 10% interest, you owe $1,100. If you save $1,000 at 5%, you earn $100. The real power is compound interest, earning interest on your interest. Over time, it snowballs, but it works the same way against you in debt. Look up the interest rate on your credit card or loan right now. Inflation. Your money is losing value right now, even while you sleep. Inflation is the gradual rise in the cost of goods and services over time. What costs 100 USD today might cost 108 USD next year. Your purchasing power shrinks if your money isn't growing faster than inflation. That's why keeping all your cash under your mattress or in a zero interest account is risky. You're silently getting poorer. Think about what something cost 5 years ago. That's inflation in action. Recessions? A recession isn't just news headlines. It can affect your job, your savings, and your future. A recession is a period of significant economic decline, typically defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. During recessions, businesses earn less, unemployment rises, and consumer spending drops. They're normal parts of the economic cycle, but they're painful. The best defense? Building an emergency fund and avoiding high-risk debt before one hits. Do you have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved? That's your recession shield. Credit score. This numbers isn't about wealth. It's about trust. Lenders wants to know, if I let this person give money, will they ever pay back? How is credit score calculated? Payment schedule. Do you pay on time? Credit utilization. How much credit are you using versus how much you could? Credit age. How long you have accounts. Credit mix. Credit cards, loans, mortgages, and varieties. A high score means better loan terms, lower interest rates, and more financial opportunities. A low score can close doors. Have you ever checked your credit report? Start building your credit history intentionally. Currency. Why does $1,000 today buy less today than it did a decade ago? The answer is currency. Money, or currency, isn't something naturally occurring. It's a system created by humans to make life and trade easier. It helps people exchange goods and services, build organized systems, and support how society functions. Have you noticed that prices keep getting higher around the world? That's because money changes in value. When countries print too much money or face big problems like wars or shortages, things become more expensive. Currency helps people buy what they need, but if money loses value, even simple things like food and gas can cost more. Check today's USD to Forex rate and think about how it affects your daily life. Investing. Working for money is good. Making your money work for you is better. Investing means putting your money into assets with the goal of growing wealth over time. Common investment vehicles include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, UITFs, real estate, and more. Investing carries risk, but historically, it outpaces inflation and builds long-term wealth. You don't need to be rich to invest. Start with what you have. Value. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. They're not always the same. Value in finance refers to the true worth of an asset, not just its current market price. An asset has value if it generates income, like rental property, appreciates over time, like stocks or land, or reduces future costs. Understanding value prevents you from overpaying for hype and helps you recognize genuine opportunities. Always ask, what is this actually worth? Not just what is it selling for? Before your next big purchase, ask, does this gain value or lose value over time? Time. The most expensive financial mistake you can make? Waiting. Time is your most powerful financial tool. Thanks to compound interest, starting early makes an enormous difference. Someone who invests $100 a month starting at age 22 will far outpace someone who starts at 32, even if they invest twice as much. Every year you delay costs you more than you realize. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Open an investment account today. Don't wait for the perfect moment.